Hi, my name is Jim Salmons, and I wanted to give you a quick tour of what Neo4j control panel, or Neo4jCP for short, can do. Neo4jCP runs as on Windows, it runs as a tray icon control panel that can conveniently and quickly be started and stopped. And you can see today we're looking at the lower right-hand corner of my desktop. I've got a Chrome browser that's looking at my Neo4j local server service. There's an Explorer that's looking at my Neo4j installation, and in my installation I've got the data directory. And here, in addition to the traditional installation graph.db folder, I've got some of the sample data sets that as I learn Neo4j I want to be able to jump around and access these different databases. Conveniently, that's what Neo4jCP is designed to let me do as a learner, an active developer learner. The basic control panel features are, and we'll go left to right, change to, backup, clone, delete, and you can create new databases. So let's just run through them from left to right. One thing that and this is one of the reasons I wrote this auto hotkey script to scratch my own itch. You get these different databases, and you want to, as a learner, read something and jump from one to the other. So we switched to the Synapse, the movie database, and the first time that we do something that has to access the server service under an administrator user account, we have to provide a admin password, but no more elevation prompts. If you put your admin password in the ini file, you won't even have to do that one. But here we've switched. We're kind of starting up by switching from what we were set to run, which was the Doctor Who database, and we started back up with the Synapse movie database. Backing up, you can, in the ini file, say where to back up. I just stuck a folder over here that's a convenient place to stick backups, and we can back up databases. Let's take Doctor Who and back it up, and it's there we go, quickly and easily backed up. If we wanted to back up the the movie database, we can do that too. Cloning is, let's go back over to the regular active database. If we want to clone a database, let's clone Doctor Who. We could change its name, but we'll just accept the default of Doctor Who graph clone DB. We've created it. Here's that clone, and we can, we can switch to it. And if I was in learning mode, I'd that quickly and easily be able to take a snapshot of either my project working database or the tutorial or a sample data set, and bounce it around and experiment on it. And then if that turned out to be a bad idea, we would just change back to the stock or standard one, and while that's in the process, we'll go and as soon as we come back up, let's delete the clone, because that was a bad idea. It didn't work. And if we wanted to, we can create new databases, and Neo4j does that in a kind of lazy initialization way. We created the folder for it, and if we switch to it now in the what we do when we switch databases is write the updated server properties file. So if we switch, oops, didn't mean to do that. If we switch to that new database, we'll see it as it comes back up. We'll see it lazily initialized and created. We'll start pending, and there we go. Okay, so now that's running. We've created it, everything. And finally, let's look at a typical thing that you will want to do as a Neo4j developer learner. If you go to places like the Neo4j website and look at example data sets, the data sets are these icons, these little ones here. These are like the materials that go with them, or the GitHubs where you can get into the repositories and whatnot. But let's pick one here. The Hubway data challenge is an interesting data set. So if we would download it as a zip from the website, and I'll just download it into my data directory, and as soon as it's downloaded, I can take a peek. I want to make sure, is it packaged? Yeah, we want to extract this to a named folder. So this is a convenient way. Most of the Neo4j sample data sets are like this. So we're going to extract it to a folder. I don't have to put .db on the end of it, but it's a kind of a community and standard reference. So we've got that new database, and if we go back over here, select it, switch to it, we're going to bring down and start up with the PubSub Data Challenge database. As quickly and easily as that, we grabbed it off the web, installed it, switched to it, and we'll bring it up. And one of the things you might notice when you're using Neo4j control panel, the current version of the web admin interface is really not geared to it isn't so much geared to dynamically jumping around from database to database. It kind of thinks it's looking at the incremental evolution of a single database, and we're really jumping all around, so the scaling and whatnot from view to view can be kind of weird. But when you're in learning mode, it's really, can I get the data? Can I switch to it? Can I switch from it? Can I clone it? And whatnot. So there it is. Hope you enjoy it. It's on the GitHub. If you'd like to extend it, you're welcome. If you fork it, it comes with an executable, so you don't even have to install AutoHotkey to use it. You can just run the executable. Thanks. Enjoy.